Alright, back for more. Just gonna knock these wispies out, and then I'm gonna switch over to Darby. Just going to open a few more chests just to be sure I'm maximizing my found treasures. Well, I'll let him get lodged first. If you remember, these guys, again forgetting his name, zombies, lodge themselves in doorways, so if they're close to one, you can just mess around until they get stuck and get your easy surprise attack. And I'll switch over now. And again, first I'm going to feed my capsule monster things that fill his meter by 1, but don't change his taste from long knife. So dagger, battle knife. Guess that's it for that. A short sword will increase it by 1, and so will insect crush, but they'll change his tastes. So for now I'll go like that. And there. Unfortunately, I just had that one long knife, and my other one is equipped on Artie. So now I'm going to try to use things that fill his meter by 2 and don't change what he wants. Well, and once he gets on Buster Sword. Wow, actually that's it. Then we'll feed him things that change his meter by 2 and change his taste. But we try to do it in order from lowest to highest. And it somehow relates to the worth of the item in gold, but I've never studied that. I've just done it enough times that I can remember. And if I could feed him 4 things now that feed his meter by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That first form of Darby is not very good at all. Actually, I've meant to test him out in his first form on later floors to see how effective he is in some other battles, because he's got that trance maker that he uses so often that isn't necessary early, but it might be a big help later on. For example, if you confuse an Orky, they won't do their 8 times attack, and they won't do their Octohead Blast or whatever their other one is. They'll just do a single physical attack, and even if it's against you, that's an upgrade from what it would have done. But if you're really splitting hairs, you probably would use the third form of Darby, since that has a destruction, for instant death. And you can see how fast Darby is catching back up to the rest in terms of experience. That's why it doesn't matter too much if you change your capsule monster, change your mind. Especially if you don't get the fruit that you want to master form your capsule monster. And there, he's already learned Sizzle Smash, so that's good. And I forget where the stairs are. So I think it's kind of similar, where I talked about if you have a weapon that hits all your enemies, if that person becomes confused, they still do an attack all on just the enemy. And if, for example, an Orky becomes confused, he just does a single physical attack on either his own party or your party. And in a way, that's kind of similar because it prevents the Orky from doing his attack all. Now here, what I would have preferred was to kill the orcs first, of course, to try to get the jet helm. See here, since I want a wood shield so bad, let's go like this, just to make sure the skeleton dies first. And I didn't get anything anyway. If you remember from my first run, it took me a long time to take care of these guys, but with Fagoru, it's pretty easy. One thing I'm surprised about with the Ancient Cave is they don't have any different music. It seems like they could do a variety of music, maybe even reusing a bunch of the music from the main quest. Why not? Or even better, let the player choose the music. So since audio is almost worthless in the Ancient Cave, you can always just mute yours and turn on whatever music you want to help with the boredom factor. Just keep you awake and alert. See, and getting that Francisca blocked me from any hope of getting a jet helm from those guys. But I'm just trying to hustle here. And I'll end this one here.